Hello, all my Aries people. Welcome to your timeless love reading. So if you've come across this reading is going to be intended for the next, from this moment to the next 1 to 3 months. So this is going to be your love adventure that you're going to go through. It can include, romance, your self-love, whatever spirit wants to bring forward on it. So before we jump in, I always love just to thank the Creator for being here with us. We're so grateful for your presence and especially grateful for the unconditional love that you have for each and every one of us. We also welcome the host of magical beings of unconditional love and light, all our angels and guides and loved ones on the other side, and so many others. We welcome you and we thank you for being here with us. So this is the first time I'm using this format, and so what we're going to start off with is a card here from the archetypes, and this is going to be showing us what pain we have from the past regarding love, and that can be friendships, siblings, parents, of course, relationships. So it can be any of that. So we'll ask the Creator first just to identify what pain from the past the Creator would like us just to look at, because that is influencing our love. We can only love others as much as we love ourselves, and we can only accept love from others as much as we love ourselves. So this is such an important key because it's showing us what is clogging that pipeline, right? All right, Creator, what would you like us to know about the pain of the past? What do you want us to know about the pain of the past? Okay, like that one is wanting to be heard, so we will look at that one. And this one says shapeshifter, and we're going to look at the shadow attribute because that is what is, of course, shadowing that love. So projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So really, I feel like this is someone in our past that we've interacted with that isn't quite honest in their intentions. Their fear ego's involved in it, so they are more manipulating the situation or you. They are wanting to have something that you offer be fulfilling for them, a part of their selfish plan is what I'm hearing. So it's like in 1 minute they're going to be this way to you because they'll get that from you, and the next minute they'll be this way to you because they want this new thing from you, and in the next moment they'll change and be someone else because they want this from you. So you didn't feel like you could depend upon them, and you almost feel like they were like wishy-washy or fickle, and just a lot of disappointment because you were wanting them to be this stable force for you, and they ended up being very unstable for you, and you kind of felt like stabbed in the back, let down, disappointed, all those beautiful, lovely feelings when we look outside of ourselves for our definition. So that's probably bringing people or a person to mind for you there. And then to clarify, I'm going to pull some cards here from this little love oracle cards just to get clarification around that situation for you as well. All right, Creator, what else would you like us to know about this individual or individuals, please? Okay, anything else? Okay. So I got the Grim Reaper. It says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. And what I'm really picking up from this is that they're the ones that ended the relationship, and it's like they got everything they wanted from you, and they're like, okay, I'm out, and you're just like, wait, and they were just like, no, I'm done, no second chances. What I'm really feeling is like the situation where you always gave in to what they wanted, and the one time you stepped up to ask for something that you wanted, they were like, oh, I'm out of here, you're asking for too much. And you're like, well, wait, and they're like, no, too bad. And so what that represents is that feeling of like, I wasn't worth anything to him. I was being used, right? And so the Grim Reaper, is the death of the relationship, and it like cut you really deep. And I'm not sure if it was your first love. For some of you, of course it is. This is a general reading, but for some of you, I feel like it's the first, your first, time you really felt like you were in love, because I'm getting that song, the first cut is the deepest. And then you've got the Runner. So Runner is a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to the ego. So yeah, I mean, definitely that codependent relationship is coming through in the card here, that you were the one that was the blood donor and the other person was the vampire. But this Runner also is, that they ran from the relationship in there. So, and that had to do with their fight or flight, right? So they weren't a fighter. They were like, no second chances, I'm out. And so they ran. So that's just a confirmation of that too. And talking, interested, conversing more, awaiting message, arrives, text, call, email. Is that hoovering? Yep, hoovering. So I really feel like this one also represents that they were, and this is of course general reading, so for some of you it was like they're out and they're gone. Other times they would go, I'm out, and then they would use that rejection to manipulate you, and you're like, wait, and you're like, okay, I'll give you another, I'll still hang around, and then they you would again over time become resentful that you were the one giving all the time, and you would step again out and say, well, I just want this, and like, I'm out, and you're like, wait, and so this was like that little kept on baiting you back and using rejection, your fear of rejection, as a way to manipulate you. And finally, in the end, then they just never came back, of course, which hindsight, when you look at that situation, you'll eventually be grateful, right? All right. So that was from the past, the pain of the past that's kind of clogging the pipeline there. And then we're going to look at the current energy of the moment that you're in and where you're at right now. And for this, we're going to use the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Weed. And we'll just get an idea of where your energies regarding love and self-love are at right now. What the Creator would like to know, anyway, about where you're at right now. All right, Creator, what do you want Aries to know about the current energy of the moment regarding their love and self-love? Okay, that one is indicating itself to us, so we will look at that. Yeah, right. A tall tale, Pinocchio. That's number 35. So yeah, really, right? You still have that. They're liars. And we'll see what she has in her book here. I love what she has to say in here. So the key concepts of this type of energy are denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation, fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind, not allowing the fear of what others will think to influence your words, learning to communicate from a place of authenticity. So it says you or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if a falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. When you lie, you get high on an illusory sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick to your story even though it has no substance. Whatever lie we are caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it. Why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. Excuse me. Then there is the lie. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Then there is the lie put forth while in denial, such as hiding an active addiction. In this scenario, we may believe our own lies. The tall tale, the white lie, the stretching of the truth, and the blatant fabrication are all about control. The desire for it, the lack of it, the need to maintain it so we can manipulate the outer world and hide our inner one. Today, ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with the vulnerability your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get to where you need to go, to be truly empowered, to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. Remember the saying, the truth will set you free, and get ready to fly unfettered. I love that for you. Let me grab a drink of water here. So my allergies are acting up a little bit today, so I apologize for the hacking here. So what I love about this is I don't feel that this is you telling a lie to someone else or, necessarily someone telling a lie to you, but this is the lie that you tell yourself about this situation. And so this energy in this moment now it's bringing all this to fruition. It's bringing it into your face so that you can realize that all of their actions had nothing to do with you. They were unhappy on the inside. They were trying to look for happiness on the outside, trying to fulfill them. But you could have given them the world, and you almost did, right? You gave them so much, but but they were choosing still to be unhappy. One of the things that when you look at someone who, like a spouse who got cheated on, right? And then they end up divorcing, and this person is like, oh my God, the one that got cheated on, right? Is like, I wasn't worthy. I wasn't good enough to be faithful to, all those lies. And this person went on to have another relationship, and then another relationship, and then another relationship, and another relationship. And you're like, well, if it was true that you were the one that was supposed to make them happy, obviously this person and this person, this person, this person they were with didn't make them happy either, because they were unhappy on the inside. So there's this huge awareness with this tall tale of, I was supposed to make them happy, and actually the only person that you can make happy is yourself. And that is the truth that is, coming through. I'm going to get some clarification on this one as well from this little everyday tarot deck, and it looks really small because it is a mini deck, and I'm a big person. I'm like a little over 6'4", so these look like little tiny cards. So we'll shuffle them up here, and we'll get some clarification on this tall tale for you as well. I'm so sorry. For my hack. All right, Creator, what else would you like Aries to know about the tall tale? Okay, there we go. And I love this. So this is the Hanged Man. That's what, number 12, right? Yep. So this is all about a new perspective, right? It's about, not being tortured, but it's about, it's kind of based on, I think it's Odin. He went and hung upside down in a tree to be able to learn new knowledge and to expand his awareness. And this is what this represents is, this tall tale is all about the energies now are you're ready for this new viewpoint, this new reflection upon this information here. So when you go and, look at what's going on in here and reflect back, when you go with a new perspective of, wait a minute, I couldn't make them happy because they weren't happy. It allows you to see the whole relationship and interaction from a new point of view where you're like, wow, so all this effort I was trying to do, I didn't need to have that intention to make them happy. We can influence other people, like we can make it a harder or an easier choice for someone to choose to be happy or feel loved and all that, but ultimately we cannot make that decision for them. They have to make that decision, and same for you. No one can make you happy. They can make it harder or easier for you to choose to be happy, but ultimately you can choose to be happy in any situation, in theory, right? Look here too. Yep, so you got the Eight of Swords. And so, the swords are your thoughts and your beliefs. And all these are your inner thoughts and beliefs that are binding you. So the only thing that's keeping you trapped and feeling blinded, feeling restricted, again, feeling trapped in amongst all these thoughts is your own beliefs about what happened. So, the questioning this tall tale and getting to the bottom of what the capital T truth is about this. You had your own small T truth as you were going through it based on what you were taught and grown up with. But now you can, from the wiser person you are now, can look back and see a different perspective, right? Yep, Nine of Cups. And so you can, Nine of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. And, I love that because when it fits into what the story that we're talking about here is that it's not someone else that's bringing those cups to you. It's you're here, you're sitting here. You're the one who brings you the emotional fulfillment. And I kind of love how this is this, it almost looks like the earth, which brings up a belief that, I have is that we're taught, and we come here for this experience, to come here and be taught that our worth is determined by the external world, right? By people that we're with, the situations that we're in, the things that we own and possess. But all those things are unstable, right? Because people change or pass away. Situations never stay the same. And things break or stolen or deteriorate over time. So none of those things are forever stable. So when we define ourselves by those external things, we feel unstable. But when we define ourselves by the internal, by just of who we are, that's where we find our emotional fulfillment, and we find that stable, eternal, unconditional love that we have. It comes from the Creator, the mother and father of all things, loves us unconditionally. When that becomes the foundation, then again, that transforms this tall tale going, why was I cheating on myself, trying to get fulfillment from this person or these people? Because they couldn't. They were always going to disappoint me because that's what the external world does. It's not forever. It's temporary and it's unstable. So that's how we're going to feel when we define ourselves and depend on those things. All right. And then we're going to move into this next one here. We're going to pull a card here from the Path of the Soul Destiny deck. And that's going to represent the choice that we're going to have coming up here. What the Creator would like us to know about the choices that are coming for us, within the next month to 3 months regarding our self-love and love for others. All right, Creator, what do you want Aries to know about the choices coming up here in the next 1 to 3 months? I've got Master number 44, and we'll see what this represents here. I love the color in here. The yellow, of course, for me sticks out as the solar plexus chakra, which is all about our relation to ourselves. So I love that. Okay, that's the last card of the deck here. It's called Birth of Angels. You are surrounded with the loving support of the angelic realm. You play an important role on Earth in uplifting the consciousness of the planet. The angels are here with you to help. Excuse me. To help in. I'll start over. The angels are here with you to help in every way they can. Remember, you have not been abandoned here. You are not alone on this journey. Your gifts are very special and very needed. These divine beings are here with you to aid you in becoming fully who you are truly meant to be. Now you will see the path opening more than ever before. Beautiful. I love this because, what that represents is, the choice that you're going to be faced with is, am I worthy of that communication with all that hosts of unconditionally loving beings from the other side of love and light? And the choice to believe that not only are you worthy of that assistance, but that you are gifted and you are very much needed to be here on this planet. This whole story transforms into a place of power, to a place of you're mastering your beingness on this planet here. So I really love that the choice that's coming up for you is all about just your worthiness of why you're here, and believing you're not here by accident, that you were specifically chosen to be here, and that you chose to be here for purpose and for reason. And it doesn't have anything to do with the external definition of who you are, but this internal journey that you're having. And now for this one, I'm going to, from the Light Seers Tarot, just to get clarification here. Some clarification on the choice that's coming up here. All right, Creator, what else would you like Aries to know about their choice? Okay. Any others? Okay, nope, they're just going to go with the one here. Yeah. Yep, so death and rebirth, and I love that. So the choice is, are you going to continue with your old beliefs, or are you going to look deep within you and find, this inner light, and to find and transform and have this rebirth in who you are? It's like letting the old you go and finding this new you, the real you, the actor behind this character that you're playing on this planet. And that's a 13, which adds up to 4, with 44. So I love that synchronicity there. And 4 and 4 is 8, and this was 35, which was 8. So just a lot of connection here as well. Okay, and then the last oracle card we're going to pick for here is going to be, this was like what was your current energy, and this is going to be like what your future energy is going to look like toward the end of whatever period this is going to be. Like I said, it's like for the next month to 3 months. So towards the end of that period, what is the energy that you're going to be looking at? And we're going to pick a card here from the Journey of Love deck to get that. All right, Creator, what would you like Aries to know? Oh, okay. Don't even have to finish the sentence. They knew what we needed. You got the Burning Hero, number 3. And I love, especially being a fire sign, Aries, Burning Hero. You understand that for sure. And we'll see what she says in the book here. So it says, from the transformative fires of life's tests, you emerge now, stronger in self-belief, overcoming self-doubt and fear, and shedding the layers that have held you back from burning as a naked flame of divine love. Can you perceive the coolness fast approaching to soothe your fire-weary soul? Peace is coming to you now, a respite from the fire, before you are ready to burn into love again. The intensity of fire exists in relationship to cool serenity, and you are capable of experiencing both. Your inner fire has pushed you forward, and your creative self-expression will manifest into the most beautiful forms. This is assured. You burn bright now, and yet it will be the cooling of your soul embers that replenishes you and inspires you to new creative depths and heights in due time. This oracle brings you a message. From the heat of your labor, sweet success will arise, and you can act now as if that success has already been made manifest. It's only a matter of time before it's so. From that success, new levels of experience and creative manifestation will take place. You're in a powerful, creative cycle of intensity and serenity, dancing with each other through your heart, like the sweet relationship of day and night. This cycle yields great harvest. Offer yourself in contribution to the greater good, and your harvest will not only be of earthly delight, but of heavenly blessings too. I love that. The transformative fire of life's tests. You emerge from that now stronger in your self-belief because you have questioned, this tall tale and have transformed it and had this rebirth. I just love that. And then we'll get a final clarification on this Burning Hero also from the Light Seers Tarot here. And we'll see what your final message is. I love this for you. This transformative period of time. I mean, I definitely have gone through this several times, and I didn't learn from one relationship. It took me like 5. Fast learner. But it was perfect timing. I experienced everything that I did. So I knew that I went exactly to as many classes as I wanted to get the lesson as deep as I wanted to on this. So, don't beat yourself up, thinking that you should have known this by now. It's like we always know when it's time to have learned what we wanted to learn in a situation because we've learned it, right? Right, Creator. What else would you like Aries to know about this Burning Hero, about the future energies? What else would you like them to know? Anything else? Okay, one last go here. Nope. So one will be enough. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. I love this. This is like the nurturer, Mother Nature. The Pentacles is all about the external. So, this energy that you learn from here about your self-awareness allows you to feel more confident in the external world. What I love about the Pentacles is this 5-pointed star. The 4 lower ones are all the elements, earth, fire, air, and water. But the top one is spirit. And so, like this mentioned about having goodness happen on the external world, but also in the spiritual sense, in your spiritual heart, your spiritual world. And, this is just a wonderful confirmation. Look how you just got just a calm, peaceful, content feeling in there. And that's what happens, when we connect to our inner spirit, that inner fire that's within us, rather than defining ourselves by that. We are at peace because we feel stable, we feel content, we understand with nature there are seasons. We don't panic when, oh my gosh, fall's coming. We see that there's cycles that we always go through. The entire planet goes through, spring, summer, autumn, winter, different extremes, of course, depending on where you're at, but everyone has these seasons that they go through and these changes. And we're like, okay, we understand it. Everything has its cycle. I don't beat myself up. I learn. And then you might go through another situation, but it's not going to be the same type. And so you can be open to love again and to share yourself, knowing that you're going to go all about that with this new perspective. So I really feel that, this card jumps out at me out of all of them here, that you're just going to have this new perspective and also, this death and this rebirth that's going to come from it. You're just going to have a total new perspective on relationships with anyone, that you don't have to please them and make them happy because you can't. Ultimately, they're the ones that are going to choose how they, react or respond to your interaction with them. And it has nothing to do with you. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate your time in watching this reading. And just know that you are always unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care.